Okay, ready and...
Alright, we are back, and before the final between Isaac Lam and Ryan Low begins, we will take a quick glance through today's usage statistics for the 4th Premier Challenge of the winter season here in Singapore. And I mean, it's not showing up on our screen, but I'm sure it will be up shortly.
And top of the list is Arcanine. Very well, it is core in the AFK core.
Yes, but Arcanine far ahead of the other two members of the typical Fire, Water, Grass or AFK core. So clearly Arcanine is being run in teams that desire even for more than just fitting in the defensive core.
Yeah.
And it's quite understandable because it is probably the most splashable Intimidate user in the metagame right now.
Not only that, it's pretty flexible in terms of its physical and special move pool, as we saw in the match.
Yes,
with
because
Alan.
not only does Arcanine control physical attackers with the Intimidate, and even Will-O-Wisp, he also has Snarl to control special attackers. So, as I pointed out, Arcanine is kind of tends to be run with his partners in Fini and Katana. And the thing about Arcanine is that instead of being beaten handily by Fini, Arcanine can actually fight it to a standstill with Snarl.
Yeah, not only that, you think that Arcanine would be weak to the Muddy Water, but nope, one burnout later and it's only taking neutral from the Muddy Water.
Yes, definitely. And next is Garchomp here, and Garchomp is kind of understandable because Garchomp is the most splashable tectonic Z move user in the game. It's fast, he does a lot of damage with Z Earthquake, and Z Earthquake is very crucial right now because it hits threats in Arcanine and
Double Fini as well.
And even Double Fini,
Yeah.
Tommy does 5. And the rest is kind of more understandable, and we will now move right into the final here between Ryan and Isaac.
Yep, Isaac running that offensive search team.
Yes, Isaac's team definitely predicated on running with the Raichu and Tapu Koko leads to immediately put pressure on the opposing side of the field.
And
Ryan does have opposing terrain in his Tapu Lele and Tapu Fini. But the thing about his Tapu Lele, unfortunately though, that I believe he is carrying with
the Scarf variant.
yes, which does mean that he will get Psychic Surge up first before Tapu Koko.
Yeah, not only that, with the drop in usage of Marowak, so Isaac's team doesn't really face much opposition in terms of getting its attacks off, especially since Raichu can function in both of the Tapus, in both of Tapu Lele's and Tapu Koko's psychic terrains.
Yes, but Ryan does though have the Drumpa, and Drumpa can single-handedly wall his Surge offense, especially since I believe Ryan is carrying the Assault Vest on his, which means it takes absolutely nothing from both Tapu Koko and Raichu, even though Tapu Koko does have super effective Dazzling Gleam. Assault Vest Drumpa just doesn't really care about taking that hit.
So Isaac will have to look to the physical side, perhaps maybe the Gyarados,
Or the Katana with
Gigalith.
super effective Sacred Sword, though Katana doesn't want to take a flamethrower from Drumpa. So Isaac's going to have to play around the Drumpa more carefully than he would if it wasn't there. Because as we see, the rest of his team is kind of primed to be overwhelmed by Surge offense.
Yeah,
but
so
the Drumpa is that one thing which could stand in his way.
He has to think about whether he wants to set up the Trick Room though, because as you mentioned, the Drumpa could overrun his team, but if he doesn't set up the Trick Room, then Ryan Lowe's Tapu Lele will speed through a lot of his team and do a lot of damage.
So if Isaac controls the terrain, I don't think he has much to fear from a Scarf Lele without terrain.
Right, we are going into game here, the first game between these two. This is the finals.
Does Isaac go straight for the Koko
Search
Raichu lead
offense.
here?
Well, that's a pretty...
And does Ryan recognize that his Drumpa is his best option in this matchup?
Yep, Raichu Koko, very standard lead for the Search offense here.
It's going to be Tapu Lele and Garchomp, so Ryan revealing the Tapu Lele immediately and going to be showing the Choice Scarf immediately. As Psycho Surge will kick in, showing that the Tapu Lele is Choice Scarf, which means that he does lose his terrain, and importantly, it means that Raichu's Fake Out is live again.
Not only that, but the Search Surf ability means that Raichu is the fastest thing on the field. And I believe Shattered Psyche and a Dazzling Gleam will be enough to knock out the Garchomp if he chooses to go for that. So Garchomp, although can land a super effective Earthquake or Tectonic Rage, I think will not be able to do so on this first turn.
Yes, it's definitely pressure to protect and let Lele do the damage for it. But Lele again, without terrain, not going to be doing the most damage. Though again, Isaac is running kind of frail mons in his
And
Surge
Fini
offense.
comes in here to switch the to switch the terrain once again to Misty Surge. So Electric is not going to be boosted here, and well, doesn't stop the Fake Out, which unfortunately goes into Tapu Fini here.
And Dazzling Gleam will come out from the Tapu Lele. So Ryan choosing Dazzling Gleam, which actually is going to be a 2-hit KO on both of Isaac's Pokemon.
Yep, and his Dazzling Gleam not even close. Life Orb to Tapu Koko here, not even 50% to the Tapu
And now
Lele
Raichu
here.
has lost the speed boost he got from
the electric terrain.
which leaves Lele free to Dazzling Gleam and clear the field. So Isaac is in a very, very uncomfortable position here. He probably needed to punish the Lele a lot harder.
Yeah, definitely. And Rilo has actually shown a tendency to rely on the Tapu Lele a lot. I believe in the Malaysia tournament, he used it a lot to not really.
He did,
Punch a lot of
he did
throws.
point out that when paired with a Pokemon that could disable opposing threats, Tapu Lele can easily clear fields with Scarf Dazzling Gleam, and it is showing that he can. Isaac using slightly frailer mons and getting punished for it with Scarf Dazzling Gleam.
Although, I mean, what move would you use though? A Shattered Psyche? I'm not sure will be enough to take out
No,
the
not this point,
Tapu
because Raichu is slower than Tapu Lele without the electric terrain.
And Dazzling Gleam here will go into Porygon 2.
We
the
should take
Raichu
it
protect.
much more comfortably. However, it is still free damage as well as the Muddy Water here.
Does
Will
connect.
land on the Porygon 2. So Ryan possibly spotting the choice specs on his end. Definitely choice specs there based on that damage. No accuracy drop though, so Isaac still in with a chance. However, we did see that Dazzling Gleam and Muddy Water combined are going to take out the Porygon 2.
Yeah, so Railo's waifu is doing a lot of work for him here. Porygon 2 does have the option to set up Trick Room though, but as you mentioned, the chip damage could put it in a very precarious position.
Yes, at this point, I don't think he can set up Trick Room because it will take. He can't. At this point, Isaac will need to bang on a Dazzling Gleam. Oh no, Muddy Water miss. And he's actually going to bank on it.
Yeah,
Raichu's going to
Raichu-
go down here.
yes.
And the other problem here is that now Muddy Water is single target on the Porygon 2. This could be a very quick. It's going to be Muddy Water. It's going to connect. Isaac banking everything on the miss, not getting it. And this should be a very quick game 1 for Ryan.
Yep, Isaac
Isaac
down.
not able to handle the Scarf Dazzling Gleam.
Specs Fini and Scarf Lele both doing a lot of work for Railo here.
The Coco now will come in with the terrain, but it could be too little terrain because Raichu is down as well. So there is no Raichu to take advantage of the terrain to outspeed the Scarf Lele.
Well, in this case, he does have an out if the Gigalith does have White Guard, since that will block almost all attacks from Tapu Fini and Lele here.
So Ryan doesn't really need to gamble on that. At this point, he just has to press the safest options, which is a single target attack on the. Oh, but he's locked.
Yes, that is the point. Although he could easily switch out, and he is 4-2 up.
Based on
against Isaac.
depends on how confident he feels about what he has at the back. He could just stay it out and figure out whether or not there is in fact White Guard on
And
Isaac's
actually
Gigalith.
brings in the Garchomp here, so
Giving Isaac an opening here. As Tapu Koko goes for Black, so not able to punish the switch with Dazzling Gleam, which could possibly be his best bet at that point.
And-
Muddy Water again coming out, is going to connect again. It's going to land on the Gigalith, potentially
do a
getting an
lot.
accuracy drop.
Yeah, should do a
It is
lot in the
specs though.
Sandstorm.
It is specs. It's going to do more than half. Yes, with the specs, Tapu
And
Fini does more than
Garchomp
enough damage.
avoids the attack.
So Isaac missing the 90% accurate Rock Slide there. So no such luck on the opposing end from the 85% accurate Muddy Water.
Yeah, I don't think it really mattered that much because Garchomp shouldn't take
Yeah, Garchomp
so much.
doesn't really care about Rock Slide damage. At this point though, Coco Dazzling Gleam could clear the field. No, but depends on what item Ryan has on the Garchomp.
Should
Oh,
be
it's going to be Protect though, so Ryan playing it safe.
should be the
And it's going to be Dazzling Gleam
Grondium
here. Does it do enough to the Fini? I don't think it does. Even with the Life Orb. Oh, it actually does do enough to the Fini. It brings the Fini down, but now the Lele just comes back in to finish it off.
Coco avoids the attack here, so will hang on. Sandstorm will finish the Fini here. Well, that's a good count for.
Muddy Water will pick up the KO at Gigalith though.
Yeah.
And Lele will just come in, outspeed the Coco and pick up an easy KO.
Definitely, Isaac, I think, needs to switch it up. The overwhelming offense from Railo's Tapu's he has to adjust somehow. Maybe Trick Room would be the way to go.
Either that or he has to lead the Katana immediately to put a stop to the Tapu Lele and hope that it doesn't have HP fire.
Alright, Tapu Lele hits the field. Should be able to pick up the KO here and
Yes.
bring us to a game
Isaac at this point
2.
just trying to get as much information as he can.
Yeah, I mean, Rai could try to predict in the second game if, as you mentioned, the Katana is a very good lead against the Lele. He does have the
Katana's
option
really
of
good,
Arcanine.
really general though, as long as Ryan doesn't bring Arcanine, which he didn't bring in this game. So Isaac kind of gambled that Ryan would bring Arcanine, therefore he didn't bring his own Katana, and it didn't pay off. Because Katana was definitely his best check to the Lele.
Yeah, I guess not only that, but Drampa potentially with the flamethrower
Yeah,
as
actually
well.
didn't bring Drampa.
We're not sure
don't know,
because
yeah.
there is one more Pokemon at
I
the back.
suspect it is the Drampa at the back.
Which makes sense because he does have that super effective fire attack for the Katana.
Yes, and they can take advantage of the Trick Room if Isaac sets it up.
Coco going for the protect here, trying to stall out a bit more.
Your Psychic and is it? Oh, it's just going to Tectonic Rage through the protect for the KO. And well, I suppose Ryan at this point is very confident that Isaac already knew that going in. So this information reveal isn't going to do that much in the long run. But Isaac, yeah, definitely showing a huge weakness to Scarf Tapu Lele on his team. Although he did have the lead opportunity for Raichu to do big damage to the Lele, but he kind of got baited into keeping the Garchomp in check. So Ryan was able to take the free turns and run away with the game.
Yeah, the starting turn looked very good for Isaac, but once Ryan changed the terrain, took away Raichu's speed, and sort of turned the game into his favor with overwhelming choice lock Tapus bringing in his win here.
Yeah, the problem for Isaac here is that his slow mode doesn't really handle the choice lock Tapus well, and his fast mode doesn't handle Lele itself
Has to
well.
fall to Katana to bring Isaac through for game 2 and 3.
Katana is going to be the crucial player here, and Isaac could just play Porygon 2 as a generic attacker this time around.
Not setting up the trick room. I mean, it has shown to take hits quite well, although not fantastic.
And Isaac could come down to Isaac really needing one of those muddy bottom misses. We saw him banking all his hopes on it just now.
Which is not really something you want to be
it's not
hoping for.
ideal at all, but Isaac's matchup doesn't look as comfortable as he would like. Since we saw that the problem here is that even if Isaac grabs the terrain offensive on turn 1, he's pressured to consider both. If let's say the Lele leads with Garchomp or Lele leads with Tapu Fini, he's pressured to have to account for the partner of Lele. If he leaves it alone, then he's risk taking easy KOs.
Yeah, at the same time, he can't leave the Lele alone as well because it's going to do a lot of damage with Spread Dazzling Gleam.
Yeah, so the thing here is Katana is still his best bet, but here, if Rhino adjusts with the Arcanine, this could go pretty poorly for the Katana.
Well, I mean, through the Rise nature, he likes to take things offensively quite fast.
It will be Coco Katana coming out here.
Yep.
And here comes Tapu Lele and Garchomp, so Isaac making the adjustments, Ryan not adjusting his lead, and Isaac should be in a much better position this game. Katana immediately threatens out the Lele and outspeeding the Garchomp, so Garchomp is going to be... Well, Garchomp can still pick up a KO here with Earthquake, especially if Lele switches out.
It is relatively safe because there is no Shatter Psyche coming out from what would be Tapu Koko's usual partner, and Dazzling Gleam not enough to destroy the Garchomp here. So Garchomp free to fire off a Z-move of its own if it wants to.
No, of course, if Isaac predicts that, he will double target, but no double target here. Coco will switch out into the Raichu. Isaac does bring in the Raichu under terrain. So could be going in.
Katana goes for the Detect.
Eating a very swift Tectonic Rage here.
And Dazzling Gleam will go into Katana, will go into Raichu as well, should bring it down 2-hit KO here.
Yep. And it was going to be the Earthquake, so Isaac sacrificing his early advantage.
Yeah, I mean, if it was the Coco going down and he brings in the Raichu for free,
It's a dubious decision there to go to protect the Katana, because what is he fearing on Katana? Fire Fang and Garchomp? Even then, he is Sash. So the thing here is that if Ryan wants to KO the Katana, he needs to double target because Katana is Sash. And if he does go for double target, that means Katana picks up the KO on Lele. So there's really very little reason for Ryan to go for Isaac to go for Detect there. I'm not sure what kind of play he saw.
yeah, I mean, as a consolation prize, the Earthquake did do half of Tapu Lele's HP, so doesn't have to invest that much to take out the Lele now.
But then the thing is, Smart Strike was KOing from full anyway.
Yeah.
So that's I think why Ryan was so willing to go for it, because he's not losing anything by getting damage on Lele. It's always going to be one hit KO by the Katana. So he took a free punish there onto Isaac's Raichu, which really was his best option because it outspeeds the Lele outright under terrain.
Yeah, and takes away a form of control. We did see Raichu with the fake out in the first game, so no longer on the table for Isaac here.
So Katana still looking strong, still able to pin either Garchomp or the double Lele. Goes for the protect on Garchomp. Did Isaac go for double target into the Garchomp slot here?
And Tapu Lele goes for Dazzling Gleam, of course locked because of the Scarf.
So Isaac should be able to pick up KO on Lele with Dazzling Gleam. Oh, actually, I'm not too sure about that. We did see previously in the game, he didn't
I
do
don't
half.
think he wants to. He wants the Beast Boost to go to the Katana.
Did he go for it though? I don't think he went for it. I think he went for the Garchomp.
Ooh, he played into the Garchomp and doesn't take out the Lele.
And
So-
that could be game right
Yes,
there.
Lele, as we saw so much damage done to Katana's poor special defense, even resisted his 2-hit KO.
You really wonder. Isaac definitely did go for the double into the Garchomp there. And well, this kind of feels like how I felt against Isaac just now. Really no real solution, and as we pointed out here, the problem with Katana checking Lele is that Katana, he always has to account for the partner, and the partner here, he thinks he's over accounting for the partner. I think he keeps expecting the Lele to switch out, and it's Ryan. No, Ryan doesn't do switches. Ryan takes your petty switch and raises it,
Well, in the first game he did switch out to bring in
but not the
Tapu
Lele.
Fini.
He switched out the Garchomp.
That is
Then
true.
Lele is not switching out.
Yeah, he has no reason to take his waifu off the field. He wants everybody to see it. And Garchomp here goes for the Z move, Tectonic Rage, into the Katana, which I don't think will KO through the Detect though.
He really don't. Oh, is he going for the Koko? Oh, he's going for the Katana.
Yep.
He has about 40% left, I believe.
Yeah, about 60 HP. Should survive.
Yeah, does
Yep.
hang on.
And Isaac will be down to his last two against Rilo. And it's very quick and decisive damage here
Yeah, he's
from
going for
Rilo.
Porygon too. Yeah, and Isaac's gonna have to fish for a double protect on the Katana here. Even then, Ryan has not revealed anything beyond his first two.
Yeah, so I mean, even if he does go for the trick room, gets
So the thing here is
protect
that
off.
perhaps the matchup isn't as bad as you think, but the thing is, Ryan just gets right at every turn, and Isaac gets wrong on every turn. It really comes down to as simple as that, because of how high the stakes are. If Lele guesses right, Lele gets free damage. If Lele guesses wrong, Lele dies. So Isaac gets wrong every single turn. It's actually kind of
Sad?
sobering to see, really.
Just call it as is. It's pretty sad. I mean, the switch out from the Tapu Koko into the Raichu. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like as pointed out, the thing here is that Ryan always had the lead offensive pressure, so Isaac had to adjust to Ryan's lead. But for some reason, Isaac kind of forgot that he was playing against Ryan Low, who does not switch out Scarf Mons.
Yeah, and if he chose to bring in maybe the Drampa here, oh, it's a Katana of his own.
At this point, it's just a straightforward possession.
I'm surprised Rai didn't bring his Fini.
Well,
Yeah, I mean, at this point, Isaac can be
different waifu for different days.
Porygon 2 going for the recover here, hoping to stall out Garchomp and Katana, which I don't think he will be able to.
If Ryan could just, leaf blade his own Garchomp and try and get a beast boost there.
I don't know, I was expecting Rai to go for the Earthquake here though. And Sacred Sword here into the Porygon. Not enough to take it out just yet.
Yeah, as pointed out, if Ryan predicts that Isaac will just keep going for recover, he could just pick up the KO on his own Garchomp. But unfortunately, I don't think Ryan believes in the Nelson brand of plays. Will we recover Isaac stalling on his own turns on Trick Room as Rock Slide as Rock Slide comes out and Sacred Sword will follow as well. Ryan deciding that he doesn't want to break his own sash on his own Garchomp's draft skate, so we'll go for the logical place of attacks into Isaac's Porygon 2.
Yeah, and we do have one last member at the back for Rai, so not revealed here, so pretty convincing.
Still going for recover. I think this will be a turn he goes down though.
Yeah.
Oh, unlock Sacred Sword could create, of course. Oh, Rock Slide could create. Rock Slide, no miss here.
Rock Slide could
Single
miss,
target
yeah.
Rock Slide. And Sacred Sword will come in. And yep, does not pick up the KO.
Close
So
though, close.
recover is not going to be enough.
Yes, at this point maybe he wants to just go for Ice Beam, get rid of the Garchomp.
Yeah, moral victory at least.
And choosing not to, goes for the recover once again.
So this game show will end on a beast boost.
And showing off Poison Jab, doesn't want to miss the Rock Slide here.
I even get the poison. Sacred Sword will come in. We'll pick up the KO. And Ryan takes a very quick 2-0 win over Isaac.
Pretty
and will win
decisive
the Big
victory,
Match,
yeah,
yes.
pretty decisive victory.
Oh, we don't
here.
even get to see the beast boost.
If only Rai had attacked his own Garchomp.
Yes. Yeah, Isaac really needed a better game plan. And he thinks he didn't really adjust to Ryan's play style, which is strange because we've been playing Ryan for years now.
Yeah, I mean the way he plays also was pretty straightforward, which was lead Tapu
The
Lele.
thing is, but I think Ryan could afford to play straightforward because all the pressure was on Isaac to adjust. So Isaac had to guess right. It was 50-50s on Isaac's part, whereas Ryan didn't really have to play the 50-50s because, as we saw, even if he guessed wrong, the Dazing was doing more than half to Katana anyway.
And I believe at one point he was hoping for an attack to kill the Tapu Lele, but it missed.
No,
And
he definitely expected the switch. Yeah, I think Isaac was definitely calling the Tapu Lele switch and the Garchomp Earthquake there again. He kept calling that play over and over and over again. And Ryan at most gave him half. He's just, I'm going to stay in and Earthquake myself anyway. Which is as quintessentially a Ryan low play as anything you're ever going to see.
Well,
So well played to Ryan. He just pinned Isaac down and forced Isaac to adjust. And Isaac in game 2 really guessed wrong every single turn. So sobering to see, but again, well played to Ryan. Since Ryan put all the pressure on the field. And
definitely.
Isaac just couldn't adjust. So, well, I call that karma, Isaac. You did that to me in top 8. So we will go to an interview with Ryan Low, who may or may not be moving to second in APAC, I'm not sure.
Still waiting on the Australian stipend as well, I believe.
We don't know how that's gonna go. So
Yeah.
we'll go on to the interview. We'll be right back. And I am back, and I'm joined by today's winner of the Premier Challenge, Ryan Low.
Hi guys.
Again, very well played there for Ryan. You really played your outs in that last set, especially. You recognized that he didn't really have a way to deal with Lele beyond the katana. And you also knew that Isaac, being Isaac, was always going to overthink things. Because Ryan's going to switch out Lele here, right? Ryan's going to protect his, going to switch out Lele, he's going to protect his Gachong, but no. Ryan just goes for the Earthquake, and Earthquake is on Lele.
Okay, with that one, I was expecting him to just KO my Lele anyway with Smart Strike, because that's usually the typical play when it comes to a matchup like that. You want to take off the Lele right off the field as fast as possible. So I went, screw it, he's going to KO the Lele.
Just take free damage.
Just take the free damage, just Earthquake in. Because
I think you recognized very early on that it doesn't matter what he brought, Dazzling into it killed everything.
Precisely.
So it was a very easy play to make. You just have to press Dazzling Gleam and you force him to adjust. And you don't have to make much guessing. You just react to everything he does.
Okay, I did make a few plays. I don't know whether you guys noticed on whether I stopped my spread attacks, because I switched out my Lele in game 1, expecting the Gigalift to go for White Guard. Assuming that he had White Guard.
You had to account for the White Guard.
I had to account for White Guard. And I was expecting Assault Vest when I Muddy Water. I just went for Muddy Water, assuming that he has Assault Vest that might cause me trouble later on. But
the thing is, even with Assault Vest, Muddy Water will still get a 2-hit KO on Gigalift.
Oh, that I didn't.
Respects Fini.
Yeah.
Gigalift, even with the special defense boost, it's no Tyranitar. Let's
Sadly.
just put this simply.
I miss Tyranitar so much. But
So
yes.
yeah, we saw that he had to adjust to your offensive pressure, and he just had no answers because, like you, his team is fast and frail. But once you had the terrain advantage, it was very easy for you to pick up the KOs.
That's the thing. That's the thing about matchups against the Surge. The Raichu Surge teams. They tend to be fragile. You just need to get the early momentum, and then once you get the early momentum, it just snowballs, and you just get the
yes, because the other problem with Raichu Coco is that they can't touch Lele on their own.
They can't touch Lele, and against Garchomp,
they are forced to go for one play, which is Dazzling Gleam and Psychic and Shadow Psychic.
Or Shadow Psychic, yes.
They have to go all in on Garchomp. She recognized that, like, if you have to go all in on my Lele, and you have to go all in on my Garchomp, then I just lead both. And he has no way to deal with both at the same time.
Precisely.
So again, very well played, Ryan.
Thank you.
And, well, at this point, it's the standard we expect from you in this season. By far the most consistent player.
That's stress still
in the season so far. And let's hope this form keeps up into Australia.
Thanks, Matthew.
Again, congrats, Ryan.
Thank you.
And we will see you for our next Premier Challenge at Duelist Point and some point in time.
Alright. Hi.
I'm Matthew Hui.
And I'm Ryan Low.
And we will be seeing you.
See you. Okay.